Hey there. Today I've been thinking a lot about silhouette sunset landscapes. And today I'm going to be creating a silhouette sunset landscape. And I'm looking at some images to give myself some inspiration. And I'm noticing that the sky might be yellows and oranges. Maybe it's yellow and orange that goes up into pinks and purples. Maybe there's some stars or clouds. So I've been doing some looking online to get ideas. So if you're going to do a sunset, choose what kind of colors you want. And then what I did was, instead of getting just a regular piece of paper, I actually got a longer piece of paper and I folded it and I taped the fold to the board. And what this is going to do is it's going to put my landscape on a card. And I wanted to do that because this weekend is Mother's Day. And if you have any mothers in your life, or maybe just somebody who could use a card soon, this is a really cool idea. So I got my paints, and I usually start with yellow. So remember to wet your watercolors. I'm putting some fresh water in there. And I start with yellow because it's kind of a weak color. So I want to get some yellow on there first. Go. And then you can blend it into your other colors, especially if it's taped down to a board. Maybe you blend it into some reds, and you get to choose. So you'll do your watercolor background first. And then I want to show you what you could do next after it's dry. So maybe it's the next day, maybe it's later on in the day, maybe it's later on in your art class period, but you can find some kind of black art material. Maybe it's a marker, maybe it's a Sharpie, maybe it's an oil pastel. Choose something that you like, and you can look at your resource image. So sometimes what I do is I will pull up my Chromebook, look at my resource while I am working. Let's see if I could do this. Present. Nah, it's okay. And you get 2 for 1. Artists definitely look at their resources. And while I'm looking at that, I can use that as my inspiration. So I'm going to do this tree one. So across the bottom, maybe you have some kind of black landscape. And you can use whatever materials you want for the silhouette. Maybe you experiment with a few. Maybe you layer with some colored pencils on top. Now we know how to do the trees. Kind of start with your Y. Don't be afraid to go off the edge. Do your V's. Mine has some water in it, so I'm going to do some reflections. There's some great images on the slideshow of ways that you could do palm trees. So I'm going to do another one, kind of a reflection underneath. And you could even make it go upside down. And maybe I have some branches that come out here more. And I have this swing that comes down. And if you're unsure of the silhouette, you could also do a really light pencil sketch if you want. Or maybe it's just kind of an abstract silhouette. Just a suggestion of a person. And you can go ahead and create your card. I'm doing it kind of fast, but yours might take multiple days, and that's okay. Just make sure you photograph this when we submit our artwork together on Thursday. Please don't forget to do that part. Remember, I do like doing leaves with oil pastels, so I'm going to grab my oil pastels, and I'm just using the dark silhouettes, and I can make my leaves by pressing. Feel free also to mix with other colors. You don't have to do a silhouette. You can definitely get creative and do other things. You can pretty much make any kind of landscape you want with a card. Just make sure you don't forget to photograph it and submit it as well, and then you'll be able to take it home this weekend and give it to somebody special in your life. Thanks for watching. I hope that gives you some ideas and inspiration.